Good afternoon. Please stand and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. You may be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Jim Miller, principal at West Salem High School. I'd like to welcome students, parents, staff to the class of 2020's celebration. It is our honor to have some special guests up here today. From Salem Kaiser School Board, Ms. Kathy Goss. We have Ms. Cynthia Richardson, who's the Director of Student Equity, Access, and Advancement. We also have Patrick Dutcher, Assistant Principal. Thomas Rommel, Assistant Principal. And Terry Yates, Assistant Principal. So good afternoon, West Salem High School class of 2020. I'm so pleased to have you here and get to see you finally walk across the stage that symbolizes the final step in graduation. The hard work and dedication that you have given to get here matters. You're all part of a class that will be remembered for many, many years to come. This bump in the road is one of the first challenges that as adults you have endured, and it will make you stronger. You are the future. You are our future, and maybe you consider this one of your first tests to get to the finish line, which you've all done. I usually keep my talk short, which I promise I will. However, I'd like to take a moment and give you a little something to think about as you leave West Salem High School and move into the future. The first piece of advice comes from a military commander. It's as simple as this: make your bed every day. This may seem simple, and you may be wondering, why would you tell me to make my bed? This doesn't really seem like good life advice. So here's why I tell you that. I, like many before me and many after me, will go through boot camp. And one of the things that we were quote unquote asked to do was make our bed. I didn't really think at that moment as this is life advice. But here's what I found. This small task that we did every day was something that we all accomplished, and that's how we started our day, every day. It's a good feeling to accomplish something that leads you to accomplishing more tasks throughout the day over and over and becoming productive. That task-oriented behavior can make a huge difference in how you go about life. And hey, at the end of the day, whether it be a good day or a bad day, you have a nice bed to sleep in. The second piece of advice comes from a friend and a mentor, and it's one that I've had to work to do, but I promise if you do, it does pay off. The advice is this: continually enhance and guard your mindset. Believe it or not, we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else throughout the day. Remain optimistic and always look for the brighter side of things. It is a great way to navigate through life, and remaining positive helps not only you, but everyone around you. And then the last piece of advice that I have is one that I truly believe, and it's this: life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you respond to that process in your reality. Be intentional with all your future choices and be aware of the potential results and consequences of each decision you make. Moving forward, you will be faced with daily decisions. Will you create an intentional daily routine, or will you go through your day aimlessly? As it relates to your career, will you pursue the paycheck, or will you pursue your passion and ultimately never work a day in your life? Something to think about. West Salem class of 2020, these are my short pieces of advice to you as you move on to bigger and better things. I can't wait to see what you all do. The future is yours, and it's now. So go get it. Thank you. Next up will be Mr. Dutcher, and he will give the presentation of valedictorians and salutatorians.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. During this time slot, I have the pleasure to introduce to you 5 valedictorians and 1 salutatorian. First, starting with our salutatorian. A salutatorian is somebody who has received a 3.9 GPA during their 4 years here at West Salem High School. And our salutatorian during this time is Pardeep Kaur. The daughter of Jaspal and Narendra Sarai, Pardeep will be attending Willamette University and will be majoring in biology. Pardeep Kaur. And now for our valedictorians. A valedictorian is somebody who is graduating with a 4.0 GPA during their 4 years here at West Salem High School. First, we'd like to recognize Caleb Swisher. Son of Sean and Tanny Swisher, Caleb will be attending John Hopkins Peabody Conservatory of Music and will be majoring in saxophone performance and recording arts and sciences. Caleb Swisher. Ireland Stanley. Daughter of Sean and Angie Stanley. Ireland will be attending Notre Dame University and will be majoring in finance and Spanish language. Ireland Stanley. Amani Noor. Daughter of Salam and Kelly Noor. Amani will be attending Oregon State University and will be majoring in biology and pre-med. Amani Noor. Olivia Orozco. Daughter of Benjamin and Michelle Orozco. Olivia will be attending Western Oregon University and will be majoring in education. Olivia Orozco. And our 5th and final one of this time is Sydney Hawkins. Daughter of Matthew and Valerie Hawkins. Sydney plans on attending Brigham Young University in Provo and majoring in business. Sydney Hawkins. And now for the presentation of graduates, Miss Tara Yates.
Joshua Thomas Ray Alexander. Isaac Herber. Ethan Weathers. Madison Haney. Charmin Kaur. Teresa Butler. Sophie McConnell. Amani Noor. Jaden Lindholm. Adam Shields. Nicholas Alvarado. Anthony Alvarado. Miguel Casas. Elizabeth Harvey. Kennedy Bigham. Fernanda Torres. Arianas Amati. Eliza Lowen Thomas. Wyatt Shirtliff. Sydney Hawkins. Annalise Martinez. Elena Manning. Herman Leon Lopez. Dylan Janson Yunt. Zariah Powell. Daphne Moscow. Kasia Lee. Austin Galberth.
Last one, buddy.
Caden Reedhead. Matthew Welch.
That's a horn guy. Horn guy. Inbound.
Emily Simpson. Caleb Swisher. They're okay. Yeah, we don't. Elijah Galvin. Fatima Jimenez. Kyle Mitsuyatsu. Amaya Ford. Isabel Wingett. Pardeep Kaur. Emiliano Ruales. Olivia Orozco. Ireland Stanley. Jasmine Torres Froites. And lastly, Kevin Garcia.
Students, please stand at this time. You've reached that important moment that you've all been working so hard for. You may now take your tassel, move it from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, my distinct pleasure to give you the 2020 class, West Salem High School.
slip away. You know I'm in a hurry, wanna leave right away. Don't make sense if it ain't the real thing. 'Cause nothing but the real thing makes my heart sing. Yeah. Shabba-da-doo, ma, 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 ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, ma, ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, 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 ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, ma, ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, 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 ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, ma, ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, 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 ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, ma, ma. Yeah. Come on, baby, now don't be too slow. You know I'm in a hurry, really do wanna go. First you're up and then you're down. Crazy living in this old town. Shabba-da-doo, ma, 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 ma. Shabba-da-doo, ma, ma, ma.
Support for Capital Community Media's Salem Kaiser Schools high school graduations is provided by Les Schwab Tire Centers, where doing the right thing matters. Experience the Les Schwab difference at your neighborhood Les Schwab Tire Center, or visit us on the web at leschwab.com. And by Salem Health Hospitals and Clinics. Also sponsored by Salem Auto Body and Paint Works, experts at getting you back on the road and repairing RVs, boats, semis, and power equipment. Phone 503-378-7595 or online at salemautobody.net. Thank you.